Hello everybody, this is Howard the Teaser King. I want to come to you with part 2 of the gold video. Just noticing certain things that I'd like to help to aid you in, understanding, picking the stocks I think we've got picked, but just understand the global economics and what drives everything. So, why do you buy gold? Because the currency is printed like water. It's sort of like a baseball card, right? Topps makes a million, so therefore none of them are worth anything because there's too much supply. And that's the same thing with the currency. They print it. There's too much supply. Gold you can't inflate. It only has so much. So that's why gold's such a strong thing. As far as my first video where I'm saying watch the gold price and then buy on the dip at 10 o'clock. What I've been noticing with the Newmont, more so than the KL, the NEM stock, is it's just kind of, it's just basically in a rut. It's going down a little bit, even though gold went down $25 this week. So on the bounce back, KL bounced back a little bit. I made money there. Newmont I'm waiting to make money on. I bought it on a down. It went down again. As I've said, there's that double dip sometimes where it's down, it starts going up, drops again. So that's okay. That's a good time to buy it. But you just have to be patient now. So now you're waiting for that big upslope, uptick, and then you sell it once, so I bought it at like $39.50. I'm waiting for 40. 40 is the number in my mind, 39.90, 40, 40 and a half. So I know it'll get there. It's just a matter of now being patient. Anything, if it drops back to 39, you buy more and sell it at 39 and a quarter, 39 and a half. So what I'm trying to say is what's happening, gold dropped, but I believe it's got nothing to do with gold. It's got everything to do with the oil going up. There's only a finite amount of money, right? So if I want to buy oil, but all my money's in gold or in the stocks or something, I have to sell something to buy something. And I believe that's what's happening is gold drops $25 for no reason. You still have the China tariffs, you still have Russia, Syria, Iran, all that craziness, North Korea. There's no reason gold should be dropping. But if I want to buy oil and I don't have any money, what do? I sell my gold, it drops, I buy the oil, and now oil is $70 a barrel. I take my profit there and I go back into gold. And I believe that's what will happen in the near future, maybe a week. Shouldn't take 2 weeks, but maybe it does. So I'm just trying to explain that's what's happening with the prices. So gold is a great buy at this price, $12.90 or so. It should be in the 1300s and it should be even higher. So with that said, you're buying gold low, but you're really not buying the gold bar, you're buying the gold stock, but it correlates very much with the gold. So as the gold drops $25, the stock drops, but as the gold jumps $25, the stock will jump. But we've not chosen any gold stocks. We've chosen Newmont and then KL. And the reason being, those are the two that seem to move the most when gold does what it does. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the stock that jumps 60 cents. So I can buy it on the tail, buy it, watch it go up 40, 50 cents. You got 1,000 shares, you pick up $400 or $500. And that's the goal. So it's abnormal that gold is sitting there dropping and then not rebounding. It will rebound, it's just timing. And this is like betting football, this is like playing poker. You have to be patient. You're waiting for gold to go in. So I bought a lot of gold stock this week with the intent, I'm not day trading this, I'm waiting for gold to jump back up, and if it takes a week or 2 weeks, then I got to be patient, waiting for gold to go back to 13 and a quarter, 13.40, whatever it's going to be. And it always will be, because it is a manipulated market. All markets are, and it's just funny how people ask me about football and they go, is it fixed? And I go, well, to a point it's fixed for the TV and the league, to a point. Not every game's fixed. There's that holding penalty, when the team's driving, when the team's up and they want to. It's more like, let's keep the game close for TV. So if the team's up 10 points and they're driving, all of a sudden you'll see a few holding penalties. Or if the other team has the ball and they're down 17, all of a sudden they'll get a couple of pass interference penalties and they're down in their score and they make the game close. That's all fixed. That's all like wrestling. Because they could call pass interference. I mean, you can see some of the time they call it, sometimes they don't. And holding, they could call offensive holding every single play, but they select when they do it. So, it's like that in the NBA. It's like that. So when you're betting, but it's like that with gold. It's like that with oil. It's like that with anything. So you can't be naive that things aren't being fixed and manipulated. You just try to learn what it is and go with it. Don't go against it. So I'm looking for oil to drop back because there's no shortage of it or poor supplies or any of that crap. People making money, and then people will profit take, just like gold. It doesn't just keep going up because there's profit taking. So if I buy it at, if I'm buying a KL at 19 and it goes to 1975, I go, great, and I got 1,000 shares, I take my profit because it's high now. And the stock starts dropping because people like me are going, I'm taking my profit. That's all that happens, and that's why it won't just keep going, because I wouldn't take my profit if it just kept going. Then it would be fine, but it's not. That's not reality. So anyway, so just be careful, but you got to be patient. It's like playing poker. Playing poker, you've got to wait for your hand. You can't play 2-7 and 2-9 and all of that. You can play it once in a hand and maybe bluff it, or maybe you're the big blind and you got it and you flop 2 pair. Okay, but generally, if you play a 2-6 or a 3-9 or 4-10, you're not winning because somebody gets a big pair, somebody gets kings or queens. Good luck. You're not getting them out, and you're going to lose. And like I said, once in a while you can bluff at it, but not too often. So you're being patient. You're waiting for your good cards. In football, you don't want to bet every game. You don't want to bet certain teams that are really inconsistent. So in football, you're being patient. Like if you listen to my videos, I go, no, I don't have a great games this week. I don't see it. Then next week I might have 5 locks. That's why I have locks one week and not the next, is basically looking at what's going on and what are the matchups. And if I don't get good matchups, if I'm getting a 2-7 like in poker, I'm not going to lock a game because the signals tell me to lock or not lock. So therefore I'm not going to lock when I shouldn't. And on the other hand, when I see, hey, I got pocket aces, I'm poker. It's the same thing in football. When I got New England as a dog, I'm betting the farm on it, or good teams as the dog, or Green Bay playing, I don't know, pick another, New Orleans. I'm locking the over on it, or Atlanta, teams with good offenses playing each other and they got weak defense. Well, that's an over, and so that's what you're waiting for, but it doesn't always come. So same thing with the gold. Be patient. $12.90 right now. Sure it'll be 13 and a quarter again, and I'm sure Newmont will hit 40 and a half again. You just got to be patient. But take your profit. If it goes up 40, 50 cents and then starts leveling off and starts dropping, get out of it. Now again, it could drop and then go back up. I've seen that a lot. It could go down, start going up, you buy it, and then it double dips down. I mean, there's no fix. This is what happens every single time. But there is a normalcy of everything goes in a range. Gold $12.90, go back to 13 and a quarter, 13.50. It just doesn't happen in a day. Just like Newmont Mining's low 39s, it's probably a great time to buy it. And then it's more apt that something will cause gold to go up than something will cause gold to go down. So therefore, when it's low, it's a good time to buy it, and you'll go from there. But anyway, I just wanted to help you because it's a weird week. Newmont went down and stayed down. KL, I was able to retrieve my money. I didn't make a whole lot with it, but I did double buy it. So I bought it at 1.8 point. Then it dropped again, and then I said, oh, this is the time to buy. You don't panic sell. In other words, when the stock's dropping, I got to get out of it. No, that's if you play your range right. So if we look at, let's look at KL, right? It's a $19 stock. So if it drops to $18.50, it's time to buy it, not sell it. But when it goes to $19.75 and its 52-week high is $19.60, it doesn't really have a long way to go. It's at the top, so therefore you sell it because okay, I'm there. So if I see it goes down to $19.60, I'm like, it's got nowhere to run. Now maybe it runs to 20 just because of that, and that's fine, but you don't know. So that's my point. You got to be careful with. You got to know your ranges, and once you understand that, then you're fine. So once you see it at, if it drops 60, 70 cents, that's a buy signal. But if you already own it, you can't panic and sell it. You can't sell it when you should be buying it. So you, oh my God, I got to get out. It'll turn around. It'll go back to its natural place unless there's some bad news in the individual stock, like they got something illegal or something. Then okay, then you get out. But as long as it's business as usual and it's just people are selling gold to buy oil, they'll eventually sell the oil to buy the gold. They've made their money. They're just looking to make money. So anyway, so that's what's happening. Just be patient. And within, I would say by the end of this week, I think gold will be back in the 13.10s to 20s, and I think Newmont will be back into the 40s at some point, and that's what you look for, and that's what you sell it at if you're in at the low 39s or 39.5 or wherever you're at. Okay, so just be patient and understand it. Good luck, everybody. Have a nice weekend. Take care. Teaser King. www.teaserking.com. Thank you.